Open my eyes, time to moisturize and tie my lace-up shoes. A friend dropped by to see me. She said, "You're some cleaning whiz. You look so happy and you dress so snappy. Come on, tell me what your secret is." I said, "I'm a fly baby, flapping these pretty wings. I'm a fly baby, sticking to my routines. And it won't be perfect tomorrow, and it won't be perfect next year, but I'm still flying, baby. Get my life in gear."
Good morning, everybody. Get on in here. Running just a tad bit late. I had my makeup on, everything ready to go, and the time just got away from me because I was writing this morning. I'm working on our new Body Clutter Wise book. And a lot of what I was talking about today was hydration. Yep, hydration. It's an important part of us having energy. But I got questions. Get on in here. When we get 200 people in here, we'll get started. Let me get you up to date on what's going on. Purple Rag BOGO is ending on Monday. Monday. Sorry I didn't have a show yesterday afternoon. Leanne and I went exploring and we had a good time. So it's always good to get out with your girlfriends. Then next thing, get your calendar, small one, and your family calendar. This is for your personal stuff. It goes in your purse. It fits in your purse. So you can chart your weight. You can chart your finances. You can do lots of stuff on this little calendar that you really don't want anybody else to look at. I think privacy is a good thing. I keep my food journal on my calendar. I keep my water intake on my calendar, and I wrote about that this morning. There's just a lot of good stuff to go on here. So, we got 222 people in here. Let's get started. My mom passed away 9 years ago. That's always tough. It's always tough. I have a rocking chair that I just don't use or want anymore. It doesn't hold any special memories other than it was my mom's. How do I let go of those items without feeling guilty or sad? Robert and I have had this problem in the past too. He had a rocker when we first married. He sat in every day, but it was an old rocker. It was falling apart. The springs were popping through, and it was uncomfortable for him to sit in. And we let go of it. In fact, we gave it to Liz for her first baby, and because she didn't have a rocking chair. And everybody needs a rocking chair with the baby. Yeah, everybody needs a rocking chair. So. And now, my great-grandmother had a rocking chair, and I've shared a picture of her before. We called her Granny Pickard. And my cousin, mother's first cousin, has that rocking chair. And I told him one time that if he ever got rid of it, I wanted it. Well, they told me that they're going to get rid of it. And I don't really have a place for it. And it makes me sad that I can't get it, but I don't need it to remember my great-grandmother. I don't need it. In fact, I need a chair that blesses my body, not so much my memories. I don't have to have the chair I can look at the chair. It was a gooseneck rocker. And I don't have to have that rocking chair, the physical rocking chair, to make me happy. Somebody may need a rocking chair. This was a beautiful rocking chair, but it was low to the ground. It was a platform rocker, so little fingers could get hurt. Our animals could get squished in their feet. So I don't need that rocking chair. Church, somebody said donate it to a church nursery. I love that, but how do I let go of these items without feeling guilty or sad? Well, you might feel sad, but it's okay to feel sad. But realize the rocking chair is not your mother. The rocking chair is not my great-grandmother. And we just have to let go of the things that are not blessing us and do it in such a way that blesses someone else. So when you can let go of something and it blesses another. Hey, Tamara. It's an old friend. Old friends are good. Leanne and I were talking yesterday. I'm getting off the subject here, but old friends are the best. Because, as Leanne said yesterday, we've been friends longer than some of our marriages. And we have. So old friends are the best. And you don't have to see them every day or talk to them every day to know that they're there for you. They got your back. And my sister Patty is probably my oldest friend. My sister Dina is probably my oldest friend. But, I've got friends on here that I went to high school with. They're old friends too. So, having old friends around you keeps you young. It really does. What is the best way to clean lampshades? Okay, I'm going to give you 3 ways to clean a lampshade. There's the daily way. You can feather dust your house every day and you never have to see dirt again. So use a feather duster. If you're just going to clean the lampshade when we're in that zone, like we're in the living room zone, you can take a rubber scrubber. This is a gentle thing that will clean a lampshade. Just brush it. Now, if it hasn't been cleaned in a while, you may need to take it outside and do a gentle brush on it. Not a deep scrub, but just a gentle brush. And then another tool that's great is our multi-wand. It's great for cleaning lampshades because it's got all these fingers. And a purple rag just in your hand, not wet or damp, just rub it over it. So there's some great ways to clean your lampshades. The secret is to get it on your routine. Let it be part of your detailed cleaning, or just do it every day. Just a flick of your wrist with a feather duster, and it keeps all the dust. You can also use some spray air on it and blow it. But not all of us have that in the house. But if it's really bad, you can use the air to blow it. Okay. When does the sale end? The sale on the purple rags ends on Monday. I am returning to work from maternity leave. Do you have any tips on having a smooth transition, both at home and at work, so that I don't get overwhelmed? The main thing is, if you're returning to work, that means you've got to get a baby ready to go to daycare, or unless somebody is coming to your house. So you have to have a routine for you, and that is, that routine starts with your before bed routine. So you've got to gather up everything you need for tomorrow. And you may need 2 diaper bags. But you have a launch pad. And this is by the door that you go get in your car from. This has to be right at that door. So it could be a command hook on the wall, a bench, a little bench sitting there, even a chair, even the floor. We have a little table by our front door. And it works for placing things that we need to take with us. If we're going to the basement and going to the car, we have another place that we put things. So here we go. So do your before bed routine. Gather up everything that the baby's going to need for daycare if you've got to get a baby ready to go to daycare. When you get up in the morning, you get dressed to lace up shoes all the way, ready to go, even putting on your tennis shoes. Make sure your dress shoes that you have to wear to work are on your launch pad. So having your clothes picked out the night before is going to make it easy for you to get up and get dressed. Get up before the baby wakes up. 15 minutes before the flow of the family so you can be ready and you can hit the ground running. So having a hook at your launch pad to hang your pocketbook, to hang your backpack or your diaper bag, whatever you've got to have. Now sometimes you can even get things ready to go in the car. Now, Robert likes to put things in the car the night before that he's got to have for the next day because he knows he's going to be leaving. And you can do that too. The main thing is that you do your before bed routine and you check things off your little list. And maybe you put your before bed routine underneath a picture. I've got a picture over here of the Holy Mother and one of my favorite pictures, paintings. And maybe you put your before bed routine under glass and you just use a dry erase marker to mark everything off. And that way you know you've got everything ready to go. You know, does the baby need food? Does the baby need formula? Does the baby need whatever you've got to have to take that baby to daycare? And here's the most important part of your routine. You put the baby in the back seat, but you also put your purse in the back seat. You put your phone in the back seat. You put everything in the back seat of the car so that when you get to work, you don't leave the baby in the car. Yes, I said it. It makes me cry. But you don't want to leave the baby in a hot car. And since it's new to you, you're going to have to create rules for yourself to remember that the baby is in the back seat. You got it? This is good. You just gotta take care of things. Put everything in the back seat. And if you get up and you get dressed before the flow of the family, you're going to be more at ease. You do not want the baby to feel your anxiety. And the baby will. The baby will. So you've got to stay calm. You have to stay calm. Got it? And when you're relaxed and your routines are done, all you got to do is get yourself dressed before the baby gets up. Lay the baby's clothes out too. And you probably need an extra set in the diaper bag. Have a checklist. Have a checklist of everything you need in the diaper bag or backpack, whatever you're putting the baby stuff in. And there you have it. Okay. Would you do a walkthrough demonstration of your control journal from the fly shop? I don't have one right here with me. I don't pre-read the questions. But the main thing is your control. I have one that I have made. Let me grab this one right here. I have every control journal I've ever had. Mainly a control journal is just a place to hold your routines. And your routines are checklists because our routines become automatic. So you have a morning routine, you have an afternoon routine. Let me find my little sheet. This is one of my first ones. And it has lots of stuff in it. It's too big. So I graduated to a little one. Let me find the other little one. I graduated to a photo album. And a photo album is just, I got my morning routine and I got my personal morning routine. So I have a work routine and a home routine. I have an afternoon work routine. I have an afternoon personal routine. I have an evening fly lady routine. And I have my own personal before bed routine. So you see, adapting your routines for your work schedule. This morning, I listened to my own advice. I got up, I woke up at 7:30. I got up and got dressed before the flow of my family, which is Tulip, the little dog, and Robert. So I was dressed, ready to go. I did not turn on my email. I didn't look at my phone except to find my writing music. And I sat down at my computer and I'm dressed to lace up shoes. I did my swish and swipe and everything. I made up my side of the bed. And I started writing. And I wrote 500 and some words this morning on hydration. You just have to get started. That's what Leanne and I talked about yesterday. I told her my best writing time was in the evening. No, it's not. Too many things going on. Got to get it done first. It's like getting our flights in during the day. We got to do them first. We got to get started early. So your routines just go in a notebook. It can be a photo album. It can be a 3-ring binder. It can be 4x6 colored note cards. So there's a morning routine, afternoon routine, before bed routine. And the before bed routine is the most important routine of the day. And we start practicing that on Sunday. Sunday's September 1st. And then you have your zones. Your zones. Each week we're in a different zone. Just follow our zones. You don't have to get all caught up with it. We're going to give you a mission each day, and that mission is going to be some little detail cleaning in that room. On Anti-Procrastination Day, we'll tackle a lot of things that need to be done. I have a travel checklist. I have a checklist for what goes in my office bag that I take with me. And you have a basic weekly plan. And the basic weekly plan is Monday you do this, Tuesday you do this, Wednesday you do this. And for us, Monday is weekly home blessing, Tuesday is plan and play, Wednesday is anti-procrastination day, Thursday is run a couple of errands so that you don't have to do it on Saturday. Maybe buy your groceries if you can, and do all these things. Then you have Friday is clean out your car, date night, clean out your purse and your backpack or your diaper bag. So it's every day has it goes back to the song we sang as little children. This is the day we wash our clothes, wash our clothes. I sang it as a little kid. And we also have menu plans, blank pages in our control journal. And we have an emergency part is in our control journal. And those of you who are living in Florida, now's the time. Central Florida is still wobbly. We don't know where it's going, but Puerto Rico got spared. And Central Florida we have a hurricane. Dorian is headed your way. So please take care of yourself. Make sure you have plenty of water and everything you need. This hurricane could get over into the Gulf of Mexico and affect the Gulf Coast. So people, be on alert to take care of yourself and your family. This is going to reduce your stress level. What is the best tool to clean a bathtub? Well, if you hadn't cleaned your bathtub in a long time, you may need to give it a good once over with some Barkeeper's Friend and scrub it really well. We have people who use our Fly Lady mop to clean their tub. They get a brand new rubber swisher for their tub that keeps you from having to bend over. But the best way to clean your tub is to clean it while you're in it. You hear me? Clean it while you're in it. And then that way you can reach all the sides. I keep a purple rag in my tub. And I use Epsom salt, and I put some oil in my water every once in a while. So I just use a little some of my bath, I just use a little bit of the same soap I put on my body to clean the tub because that's what's there. So just wipe your tub while you're in it. And then once a month you can wipe down the sides when we're in zone 3. And your bathroom's always going to stay company ready. So those of you who are putting a lot of questions here, I'm not going to answer those questions. Liz is going to collect those questions for next week. So I keep a purple rag in my tub all the time and a rubber scrubber because this works for cleaning the jets in my tub. It also works for cleaning my knees and elbows. How do you decide how many clothes to keep? My kids' drawers are overflowing and they still have dirty clothes as well. I'm just lost at how much to keep. You have way too many clothes. You're saving clothes for children that haven't even been conceived yet. So in your children's drawers only needs to be clothes that fit them. And right now is a good time to clear out the summer clothes because next year it's not going to fit them. And if it's the youngest, then let's donate them. Let's donate them. Bless someone else with them. So they need 7 outfits, not mix and match outfits because that's too hard and sometimes it's too much to think about. Put together 7 whole outfits and then start incorporating long pants into their wardrobe because sometimes it gets cooler and they need to start the day with long pants on. They may want to change into shorts later when they get home, but you need some good outfits for school. And if you're blessed, you have to wear uniforms, so you don't have to think about it. You just don't have to think about it, wearing uniforms, but have a uniform for your kids. It just keeps it simple. Shirts, have 7 shirts that go with 7 pairs of shorts or pants, and then put them all together in outfits. You can get these hanging sweater organizers that you can put an outfit in each little cubby. And it makes it good. It makes it so good. And then you need a couple of outfits of dress-up clothes, and you're good to go. And underwear. And all of that would fit in one drawer or one cubby hanging up. So put the whole outfits together. Whole outfits together. And clean out those drawers because that's messing with your laundry routine. You don't have a place to put things. So clean out the drawers. Take 1 drawer a day for the next few days and get rid of the clothes that don't fit that child. And if there's something that one of the kids that are younger want, let them pick, but don't force the hand-me-downs on them. Don't do it. You can trade them with another friend who's got a child the same size, and then that's new clothes, not hand-me-downs. It's new. New to them anyway. I would love the kids' daily challenge to be in the app. Well, nope, ain't gonna happen. Not gonna happen because we send it out in the flight plan every day. And I don't give you a sneak peek of them because you'd overwhelm your child. It's one a day. There's a method to my madness, and I don't want you to overwhelm your child. It's one little thing a day. Now, if you want to help your child get their rooms clean, you can play a game like we play with Weekly Home Blessing. Make little note cards of little. I've got cards right here. I'm gonna show you. Make some little cards of what they've got to do in their bedroom. Stand at their door and look up and look down and look left and right, and you'll see the things that need to be done. There'll be shoes on the floor. There'll be toys on the floor. Don't say go clean your room. It's just like somebody telling you to go clean your house. You don't know where to start. So be kind to your child at the same time. Say, okay, go make your bed. Liz has done this with Mikey, and he loves this game, absolutely loves this game. She puts on some fun music, and Mikey flips a card, and he's beginning to read now, so he can read what his little blessing is going to be. Make your bed. Put your shoes away. Pick up your dirty clothes and put them in the hamper. Pick up your books and put them in your bookcase. Put your backpack where it belongs. See? That's 5 things right there, I think. Lickety split, it's done. Let them play a game and then reward them with getting to watch a movie or something with mama. That's what's fun. They associate, and Scott Adams had another great show today. I haven't watched it all because he's still talking at 11 o'clock. That's one of the reasons I was a little late. But the thing he talks about is reprogramming your brain with establishing habits. Now, where'd you hear that? Where did you hear that? Let's establish habits. And we can change our habits. And I talked about this in the hydration essay I just wrote. We don't like water. We have every excuse in the world for not liking water. But guess what? We can train ourselves to like water. We can. We can drink it with a straw. We can order some plastic straws and we can wash them and not, get on this environmental kick that we're going to save the world by not using straws. Well, I use a straw every day. Yep, I do. In my water bottle. I like it in my water bottle because I drink more water with a straw. What is the best way to clean the grates and pans on your stove? I would run them through a dishwasher. If you don't have a dishwasher, then soak them and scrub them with a rub scrubber or some steel wool and get them clean. And then have it part of your routine. Every day, wipe down your stove. So it's just got to be part of it. And if your grates are cast iron, I would not put them in the dishwasher because you're going to have to re-season them. But it's real easy to season them. You just have to get them clean and put a little oil on them and put them in the oven at like 150 degrees for 3 or 4 hours. Maybe a little more than that. What is the best way to store reusable bags without them looking like clutter? Fold them up. You can get a trash can that is just for your reusable grocery bags. Now, sometimes you need to wash these things. Yep. And you need to double bag. Yep. If you've got meat and stuff, they need to be put in plastic bags. I don't care what they say at the grocery store. And if they don't have plastic bags to put meat in at the grocery store, I would go to another grocery store. Yep. I would. Because you don't want to get meat juice in your bags. That's just going to create a terrible It's just awful, awful, awful. So, especially chicken juice. I can't even, the thought of it just grosses me out. So I have a crock. It's about a 5-gallon crock that I keep my reusable bags in. And you just fold them up and roll them up and put them in there. That's all you got to do. And you may need to throw some of your own plastic bags if your grocery store won't let you have a plastic bag. I mean, it's just crazy. Or clean out a drawer and put them in a drawer. Or as soon as you get through unpacking the groceries, take them out to the car and put them in the trunk. That gets them out of the house. Can you talk more about tiny houses or pretending to move? You make the topic fun. It helped me find treasures I didn't know I lost. Well, Leanne just got through moving. When you move, you get rid of clutter. She got rid of a lot of clutter. She really did. But she still moved a lot of stuff. And she's realizing she moved a lot of clutter too. I got a testimonial yesterday, probably go in my happiness file, of a couple with 2 children and one on the way who had to move for the 3rd time. And what they did is they got rid of everything. Everything. They packed their dog. Their husband packed his favorite things. Mama packed a bag for each one of the children, even the unborn child, and a suitcase for each adult. They put it in the trunk. And they moved cross country with that's all they had. And they started over. They started over. Again. Now they had moved a bunch of stuff, but here she was, pregnant. And they're moving to some place she doesn't know. And they can start fresh. They got rid of and sold most everything they had. Except just their clothes on their backs. I've done it. Leanne said, we've all kind of done it. So don't be upset it's really going to be a blessing. I had a friend whose husband went for an interview with Dave Ramsey. Can you imagine go interview with Dave Ramsey? And they ended up, they were in Nashville, so the whole family went to Nashville. These are some friends from the homeschooling conventions. Her name's Elizabeth. And they got there. He had his interview, and he got hired. This has been several years ago. He got hired, and all their stuff was in Florida. They had just the suitcases they had with them for the trip. And you know what? She was so happy. They started over. They didn't have to clutter up their house. Homeschooling was easy for them because they had no clutter to stand in the way. So isn't that a wonderful thing? Starting fresh is pretty good until you clutter it all up again. Now, Leanne, you're going to love this. You are going to love this. So have a seat. Any chance you team up with a tea company and get us Fly Lady tea? Wouldn't that be fun? Leanne knows a tea guy in India. That's where all the tea comes from. It comes from Asia. And she contacted him. And we got prices yesterday. Talk about the Holy Spirit working. This is just, she got prices on tea. We can do our own blend of tea. Our own blend of tea. I like Earl Grey, and I like a mixture of Earl Grey and oolong or jasmine. It's just so wonderful. We can do this. Okay. What is your favorite way to fold everything so it fits better in the drawers, closet shelves, towels, etc.? This is your perfectionism. Okay, here's my rule. I like to fold things so that I don't have to refold them to hang them on my towel rack. You got that? I'm saving me a step. I like to fold things like I'm going to hang it on the towel rack. So if I have let me see. Okay, here's how we used to have some dish towels. Here's our dish towels. Now, if I were going to hang this, I would probably triple fold it like such. In fact, this is how I fold my dish towels. And this is how I lay them out on the counter, like this. And it could also fit over the handle of your oven. It's all ready to go. Or on your towel rack hanging by your sink. It's all ready to go. I fold my hand towels just like this. This is how I do it. Doesn't mean you have to do it that way. Do you hear me? You don't have to do it this way. But I fold it the way I'm going to hang it. And that makes it easy for me. For my bath towels, I like them all to fit on a shelf with the folded side out. That's all. It can be triple folded. It can be four folded. It doesn't matter. Now here, Robert said, what? Y'all asked for Robert to do a Facebook Live with me. I told him he'd have to wear a mask because he doesn't like Facebook. Now, here's probably what he said to me when we first got married. He said, if I fold towels, are you going to refold them? He asked me that question. And I looked at him with this puzzled expression. And I said, why would I redo what you just did for me? And he said, well, his first wife used to refold the towels if he folded them, because he didn't fold them like her mama did. Well, I don't care. I don't even know how my mama folded towels. And I don't care. But if Robert folds a towel, I am not going to refold it. I have little narrow drawers in my kitchen that are deep but narrow. And that's why I fold my towels like this and I stack them this way so that I just have to pull one out, lay it on the counter. That's my routine. It fits my drawer. But in the bathroom, I roll up my little washcloths. I have a basket for them. They look nice, being rolled up into a little. It just looks nice. I like my washcloths folded rolled up like that. That's not why she's his ex-wife, though, y'all. That's not why. But we've been married 96. This year, we would have been married 23 years. 23 years. It's the longest for both of us. And it just seems like yesterday. Yesterday. We met August 22nd. We were engaged by October 31st. And we were married by November 30th. That's how fast our engagement was. Bam, bam, bam. We knew. I knew on our very first date. You can ask my sister. I called her and said, I'm going to marry Robert Silly. And it wasn't, I said,